Hello everybody, welcome back to ToadNet's Game Academy. We're continuing the Runner series with episode 6, dealing with creating a user interface, or UI. Or I guess in this case, a graphics user interface, so GUI or GUI. Anywho, let's get started. So, we've got a spot for actors, we've got a spot for shared things and modes and all that fun stuff. In our blueprints, let's create another folder, and we're going to call this one Widgets. Okay. Widgets are one of the terms that are used to refer to the interface elements of Unreal. They're actually called Unreal Motion Graphics Interface, but it is referred to as widgets, and there's lots of blueprint nodes that refer to it as widgets once we start working with them. So that's what we're going to call our folder. And sorry, I'm just going to turn down my side of the audio a tad. There we go. So yeah, all the music that you guys get to listen to in the background as just ambient tracks, I'm listening to currently, which you probably should have noticed in like the last two videos when channels were self-promoting during the songs, and it was driving me right bug nuts. Anywho, back to the game at hand. We've created a folder for widgets. We are then going to right-click, and we are going to, down here at User Interface, create a widget blueprint. And we're going to call that UMG, so Unreal Motion Graphics, underscore, let's start with menu. Okay. I'm going to right click and duplicate. UMG underscore win. And I'm going to duplicate again. UMG underscore fail. And then let's do one more. So we're going to duplicate again. UMG underscore HUD for heads up display. Okay, let's get started with our win. So double click and we get this new thing here. So this is a representation of the player's screen. You can set it up to all sorts of different sizes. It defaults to 720, which is fair because it will scale with it. I like to set it up as 1080 because that's what I am personally dealing with. Okay. And then on the side here, we get all the components that we can add to the area. So I'm going to start off with a border. I'm going to pull this out. Make it what I think is about the right size. And then I'm going to modify its size here in actual variables. I'm going to go 400 by 900. That looks just about right. Now there's this button here, Anchors. This sets where it should be anchored to the screen. So if the screen is scaling as the player changes their display resolution, where should this here scale dependent on? We want it to scale to this corner. Doesn't really make sense for something floating in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to have it scale to center. And off center there, I am going to set up the location or position of this piece here. So I'm going to set it to negative 450 and negative 200 to get it right dead center. Okay. And let's make this, I believe brush color is what I'm looking for. Let's make it like an interesting greeny color. But we're going to give it an alpha. There we go. Perfect. And then we are going to add in here, panels, a vertical box. So this allows us to fill up multiple pieces from here in a vertical alignment. The first thing I'm going to do is add another border. To that border, I'm going to add text. Okay, and then the border, I'm going to change its color. So we're going to make it a green as well. A little darker though. Just like that. We might give it a bit of an alpha as well. Go away, plugins thing. Fine, we're just going to tell it we're going to manage plugins and then we're going to close it. Okay, there we go. And then the text, we're going to come up here and we're going to make it align center. And type in right here, you win. Cool. Then we are going to put in a horizontal box. We're just going to pull that right there. In that horizontal box, we are going to put in some text and another text. Cool. In the horizontal box, we want to fill this space in the middle. So we want to fill in the middle of its available space. Here I'm going to call our first text score. And I want it to fill. And I want it to go to the right. In our second box, we want it to fill, go to the left. And in here, I am going to put in a number. And up here, I'm going to call this score, because we're going to modify this later. Is variable, we want to click right there. Okay. And then I am going to add a button. Is that in the horizontal box? No, it is not. I do not want it to fill all the way, so I'm going to have it aligned to the right. And in the button, I'm going to put some text. And I'm going to have a button for menu. And we're just going to rename that button menu. And then we'll copy that. Select our vertical box and paste. And then the second one, we will call restart. Restart, right there up in the name. As you can see, they're stacked on top of each other. Not the best artistic choice right there. So what we're gonna do is go back to panels, horizontal box. We're going to pull out a horizontal box, place it right there. We're going to bring in our menu button. We're going to bring in our restart button. Let's change their positions. And then that horizontal box I want to align to the right. Perfect. Look at that. And these here, two pieces of text. Let's make them a little bit bigger, why don't we? So we are going to go into font under appearance and change its font to 40. And 40. And there we go. So nice big score menu. You win with a score of whatever. Do you want to restart or blah, 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 whatever. And there we go. Do we want a max score? Not right now. We can always do that later. You guys can add that on your own time. So there is our win box. Then we're going to go to menu box. And going to stay in the designer. And we are going to go to... Where is it? What do I want to do here? I want to do a vertical box is what I want to do. So I do a vertical box, and I'm going to pull it out over here. So I've got a menu off to the side. I'm going to set its anchor to center left. About 300 high by, or 300 wide by 500. And make it negative 250 there and 0 there. So it's all right in that area. And then I am going to put in some buttons. So button 1 is going to be play. So we're just going to drop some text in it. And that text is going to say play. Going to drop in another button with some more text. And we're going to have that text say levels. And another button, and some more text, and we're gonna have it say quit. Not quit, exit. Quit has negative connotations. We do not want people to think they're quitters when they are just exiting our game. There we go, and I can have it all aligned to the bottom. Meh, do I want it bottom? Nah, we'll just have it like that. Maybe we'll make this box smaller since it's not needed. So 180, and then negative 90. And there we go. And then we're going to go to each of these buttons, which we can choose in here, and set their names. So button underscore play. Button underscore levels. And button underscore exit. Okay, we're actually going to take our fail and we're going to delete it. That's right, delete the fail window. We don't need it. Actually, we do, but we're going to make things a lot easier on ourselves, and we're going to right-click on win, and we're going to duplicate that and make fail. And we're just going to put this in as... You died! Oh no! What a horrible thing! And we're gonna change it to more of a reddy color. So we're just going to the borders and adjusting their colors. There we go. And then HUD, we are going to pull out a bit of text. We're going to align this to the top right. And we're actually going to have a horizontal box. We'll put the text in the horizontal box. We have to do that on our side menu. We'll bring out another bit of text. So our first bit is going to say score. And our second bit is going to have a number in it. And we're going to call that text blocks underscore score. And hit the is variable button. Then on our horizontal, and we're going to tell it to fill. Right? Auto fill. Huh. Seems to be doing weird things. Oh, size to content. That's what I want to do. I want to set the horizontal box to size to content. Okay. And then we're going to set its alignment to the corner. And I'm just going to kind of drag it where I think it makes sense. So something like that, so that the score can grow. Okay. And there we go. And now we need to set a few things up. So I am going to make the artistic choice of having my starter level have the menu right over top, and as soon as you hit go, the game starts. So I am going to go to the map. I'm actually going to duplicate our map test. And I'm going to call this map underscore start. I'm going to tell the file save all. So what I just did there was file and save all to save everything in the project before continuing. So now in map start, I'm going to click it and load it up. Hey, look, it looks exactly the same. What was the point of that? It will have a point in like 4 or 5 more tutorial videos. So stay tuned. Teasers, foreshadowing, all that good stuff. Anywho, we've got our widgets set up here, our UI. So now we've got to start placing stuff around. So in our map start, go away. Map start, I'm gonna load in. Map start can't find start build data. It can't find build data because build data does not actually exist. We're gonna go into blueprints and open level blueprint. On begin play, we are going to pause. Set game paused. There we go. Because I don't want things happening. We are going to then create widget. For owning player, we are going to get player controller. And we're going to call UMG menu. And then we're going to add to viewport. Okay, so when this map is played, it's going to pause the game and put the menu up. The other thing we want to do, so from our get player controller, we want to pull off set mouse cursor. Set show mouse cursor right there. And I want to set that to true. And set game mode, game and UI. No, set UI, there we go. Set input mode UI only. That is what I'm looking for. And we'll straighten to that as well. and pull it along. Okay, so what we're doing is when this map opens, we're going to pause the game. We are going to create our menu widget, show the cursor, and then set the game mode so that we can actually interact with the menu. If I save and play, well, look at that. Awesome. Why is our camera looking like that? I really have no idea. That is quite new and exciting. I'm really unsure on that one. That just shouldn't be happening. Yeah, that's very interesting. No, we're just gonna run with it. So what we're gonna do now is go back to our widgets menu, and on our play button, so we're gonna delete everything that comes with it. I'm gonna choose our button play, because remember we named everything. We always want to name things so we can easily find it. And we want to on clicked, get player controller, set show mouse cursor, because we want to stop showing the mouse cursor. Set game mode. I'm going to set the game to either game mode or game in UI. I'm going to suggest setting it to game mode only. Then we're going to remove from parent. This gets rid of the menu. And then set game to pause to false. So we want to, again, when we click play, remove the mouse cursor, set the game mode to be a game, not a interface. There we go, that's a little better. Remove this, so the self instance, so this main menu, so remove it. And make sure the game is not paused. So let's try that. So if we hit play, yeah, I've got no idea why we're starting off. Starting off in that camera position is just like really, really weird. You know what? Maybe it's happening because we're pausing the game before we're taking control of our character. Okay. So let's go back to our blueprints. Open level blueprint. And we are going to skip past game pause. So we're just going to pull off. I'm going to pull that away, showing that we've skipped it. Compile save. Then on our actor, or our player character, on event begin play, we are going to pause. Set game pause. Come on. Set game paused. There we go. So now the game will not pause until pawn character has been made. Same thing. This is going to really bug me now. I will have to fix that for another video. Anywho, we've got that working. To an extent. The camera thing's weird, but we're going to be redoing the whole camera setup later on in this series anyway. So I am going to leave that for now. We're just going to go back to the level and set the game paused. Okay. So it's now happening on the level, not on the character. Next thing I want to do is in our modes and controllers, in GM Run, we're going to move our win and fail down. And we are going to do a event begin play. And remember, this is on our game mode run. Here we want to create widget, get player controller. We want to create a HUD and add to viewport. Okay, and the other thing we want to do here is add a variable, and we'll put this as score. And make that a type integer. And that's what we're going to take care of in our next video, as I'm seeing we're creeping up on a half hour here. We've done a lot on setting up the widgets and creating them on the screen and pausing the game. So, in a moment here, we'll call it quits and we'll do the score bit in another video. Okay, so this adds our HUD. So we now have the HUD with our score there. Okay. Then we want to go to still our game mode run. And we're gonna copy all this. Control C, Control V, Control V. And get rid of these. So we're going to pull these up to our win and fail conditions. And we're going to choose our win and fail widgets, or win and fail UMGs. So now, if we play, and we fall off just here. Yay, I died. But if we win, play. Yeah, the camera's... I've got no idea why the camera's doing that thing. Don't you love game bugs? Yay, we win. And then we failed. So we will have to, we'll have to fix that as well. So when we win, we want to pause, set game paused. So when we win or fail, we want to then pause the game so that nothing else is happening. Okay. Now, if we go to our widgets, going to go to our win widget first. And clear all this. Button menu will get on clicked. And button restart will get on clicked. Okay. And then on restart, we want to get current level name. And then we want to open level. So this gets the name of the level we're on right now, and then opens the level that we're on right now, or loads the level we're on right now. So it just restarts the level. And then on menu, we want to do something different. We want to remove from parent, just like we did in the main menu. Remove from parent, so that removes this from the screen. Create widget. Get player controller. Menu. Add to viewport. And I'm sure some of you are seeing what I've missed already, but we're going to go back and fix that in a second. We're going to copy all that. Control C. Compile, save. And then we're going to go over to fail. Get rid of all that. Menu clicked. Restart clicked. Control V to paste all this in. Perfect. File save. You can go through rebuilding that and whatever if you wish, but copy and pasting works fine as well. And we're going to go back to our game mode. And when we do this, we also, so what we can do, get rid of one of these and have both things go into it. And then we want to get player controller. Set UI, so set input mode UI. Set show mouse cursor. So we need to show the mouse cursor, and we need to, and again, I'm just right clicking on those pins and hitting straighten to make everything nice and clean. So we're going to show the mouse cursor and put it to UI mode. Let's try this. So if we hit play, and we die, the game is paused. If I hit restart now, it takes us to the main menu because we're loading the same level. Right. And exit doesn't do anything yet. But if we do this on maps and map test, and we hit restart, it'll reload our level, and we are still in UI mode. So that's what we have to fix. So game mode, event begin play, we want to create the HUD. So what we want, we want to create the HUD. And set game mode. So set input mode game only. And hide set show mouse. And we know that's a thing, but we can't see it here. So if we unclick context sensitive, it'll show us all the things. All the things. And then get player controller. Okay, so after we create the viewport, we're going to set it to game mode, and we're going to set show mouse cursor. So now, if I die coming up here, our mouse cursor is back, but if I hit restart, our mouse cursor is gone, and we can control the game again. Yay, look at that. Oh, apparently we can't die on that last gap. And we win, and restart. We haven't tested if our menu button works yet. So menu, there we go. And if we were to hit play, it just keeps going, it just unpauses the game. Okay. So we'll have to set some conditions on that, but we're at 35 minutes right now, and I'm going to call that an episode. What we'll do in the next episode is fix up the main menu and the game mode. Yes, that's what we'll do. Sorry, just cleaning everything up there. So yeah, we will fix up the main menu, I guess. So this here, making the start map, completely ignore that. We can actually delete that start map. Everything else we did here was good, but the start map is bad. So yeah, the start map is bad. So we'll set the main menu here and the next thing, and we're gonna set up a point scoring system. So we will pick up some coins in the next episode. So that'll be that. Passing variables to the UI will be the next thing. So we'll see y'all next time. Again, please leave me some feedback, whether that's a like, a dislike, or a comment below. And yeah, we'll see you next time when we get to pass some information to the UI components we just made. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.